All right. I run an e-commerce business and I've gone through a dozen VAs in the past few years. I've dealt with power outages, deaths in the family, ghosting me, or just plain going AWOL, you name it. I'm really looking for an A player, an integrator. So last week I decided, dude, forget it. I used a brand new AI agent called Clawdbot, and I used it to create an AI assistant instead. And here's what happened. So why did I try this? First off, this VA problem, it's really been a bottleneck in my business. It just wouldn't go away. And then the hype on X about Clawdbot, it was crazy. People were saying it was the biggest thing since ChatGPT. And then I expected to create a chief of staff that could literally help take over a lot of the administrative, a lot of the, the more mundane, the more, manual parts of the business so I can focus on growing the business. All right, let me share with you the good, the bad, and the ugly. All right, first off, the wins. A couple of things. I was able to compress the time it takes to do certain things from hours to minutes. Research that took hours now just took minutes now. Researching e-commerce articles for my newsletter, going through Twitter threads, going through YouTube, looking for competitive analysis, outlier videos. That Clawdbot was able to do really well. Also, it could work when I slept. Cron jobs, overnight builds. I mean, it wasn't perfect, but it was working while I slept. And I woke up to finished competitive intelligence reports. And if I had a VA do it, it literally would have taken several hours and some rework. And it was pretty good. Morning briefings. This was a big one. It was almost like having a real chief of staff. And it was able to summarize everything I needed to see, to know at the start of the day. I was able to get research about the latest e-commerce trends, Amazon, FBA, the latest news, what people were talking about on X, Reddit, and all that good stuff. So literally everything I had, it was like a chief of staff handing the president like the notes for the day, right? Also routine tasks at a high level. These were some wins as well, from product research, trends, competitors, and manual labor wise. It would have taken hours and hours, and now it was pretty automated. All right. So that's the wins. But on the other hand, we had frustrations as well. All right. First off was the crash. My Clawdbot Jarvis just plain broke. It stopped responding on Telegram, and it took over 2 hours to fix. I was going through a whole bunch of threads, YouTube articles. I wasted a lot of my time. Another thing was sometimes the AI was confidently making mistakes. It said that it didn't have the API keys for OpenAI when I already gave it to it. It forgot its own email password, and certain times I had to literally correct it 3, 4, even 5 times, right? It was confident in making mistakes. The third big frustration was memory problems. A lot of times I thought, people said this was one of the big things, right? It had like long-term memory. It's like not like ChatGPT. And I thought persistent memory was going to be easy, but it's not. It forgot tasks from just a few minutes ago. It said it was compacting its memory. And then I was following some YouTube videos, and like the memory prompts from these experts, they straight out didn't work, or sometimes they were just flat out wrong. Okay. But probably the biggest thing was security, because prompt injection, that's the biggest thing, right? If some malicious, hacker put white text on a white background in an email to possibly delete all my files or hack my account or send all my passwords to who knows, right? These safety guardrails right now for Clawdbot, they simply aren't there yet. And then there's still a lot of stuff that I wouldn't delegate, like, Gmail access, at least not right now. And also, write access to the complete Google Drive. That's still very dangerous. And sometimes I almost quit. My Clawdbot Jarvis started acting like a B player. It was forgetting things. I already told it. And I thought maybe I should just shut this whole thing down. So bottom line, the verdict, if you were to ask me, would I do it again? Yes, definitely, for the potential, because I can see where this is headed. But who's this for, really? It's for risk takers, first movers. it's not for people waiting for it to be polished, like something that Apple will release. Kind of like a mindset shift, right? I was talking to a friend of mine that works at Google. He's super AI savvy, and he said you should treat it like a new employee that you don't trust yet, right? So, I mean, all in all, my recommendation would be to be prepared to be frustrated. Clawdbot is not perfect. You got to tinker with it. But I mean, the AI, it can solve virtually 99% of the problems out there. And even like the problems that it has, you can have it solve its own problems. I mean, you can use Claude Code in the terminal to fix a lot of the bugs and, like security concerns, right? You can actually use it to fix itself. And it actually forced me to engage with a lot of the AI and Clawdbot thought leaders on Twitter, which actually is a positive. So, I mean, all in all, I still would try it out. We're still super early, and I actually put together a summary of, almost like a cheat sheet about my experiences setting up Clawdbot, what to look out for. So link is in the description if you want to check it out. And basically, I outline almost like a step-by-step process if you want to set up your own AI chief of staff. All right, and so I hope this helps. Let me know if you did check out Clawdbot. How was it? Did it work for you? Did it not work for you? If you want to get the cheat sheet, comment comment Clawdbot in the chat. All right. Talk soon, guys.